today marks 1 year since the state of Manipur spiraled into violence. 1 year on, total peace and normalcy still eludes the state. On May 3rd last year, long-standing tensions between the Meitei and Kuki communities in Manipur spiraled into violence, claiming several lives. Over the course of a year, the death toll from the violence continued to grow. Well, different groups in Manipur will mark 1 year of ethnic conflict in the state in different ways today, a reminder of just how deep the faultiness still remain. A year after it was jolted by ethnic violence, Manipur continues to be on the edge, and the scars created by the conflict are admittably deep, with over 200 lives lost, families languishing in refugee camps, not to mention reports of gruesome violence against women. If that was not all, armed groups continue to take laws into their own hands. In fact, violence against security forces has been one of the recurring features of the conflict, highlighting the force alone cannot quell a situation that requires sensitivity and compassion in equal measure. However, despite all this, the yearning for normalcy and healing still persists, with people from all walks of life calling for reconciliation and a return to peaceful coexistence at the earliest. Today marks 1 year since the state of Manipur spiraled into violence. 1 year on, total peace and normalcy still eludes the state. And on May 3rd last year, long-standing tensions between the Meitei and the Kuki communities in Manipur spiraled into violence, claiming several lives. And over the course of 1 year, the death toll from the violence continued to grow. While different groups in Manipur will mark 1 year of ethnic conflict in the state in different ways today, a reminder of just how deep the faultiness still remains. A year after it was jolted by ethnic violence, Manipur continues to be on the edge, and the scars created by the conflict are admittably deep, with over 200 lives lost, families languishing in refugee camps, not to mention reports of gruesome violence against women. And if that was not all, armed groups continue to take law into their own hands. In fact, violence against security forces has been one of the recurring features of the conflict. And joining me over the phone line is a correspondent from Manipur. Well, a lucky boy saying today is May 3rd and marks 1 year of this spurring of violence in the state of Manipur. Well, as per the reports, different communities, how are the different communities are going to observe this solemn occasion today? Lucky.
Yes, Rasma, in various parts of Manipur as well as in various parts of outside Manipur, the two communities, that is the Meitei and the Kukis, will be observing this day in widely. And yes, both the communities and various CSOs have been naming the day as it turns yet a year. And still, people started gathering at various parts where the event, where the observance of this 1 year violence in Manipur is conducting. Response.
Well, Lucky, it's been a year today and there seems to be no peace and normalcy in the state of Manipur. So what, do we have any reactions coming in from authority or the administration or the government?
Till now, Resma, from the side of the government, yes, they are also acting on this side. but still the conflict and the tension between the two communities still it doesn't over right now. So from the side of the government, they are just trying to control the situation, but still there is no accurate action that have been seen by the people of Manipur regarding to conclude the present violence in Manipur. So, despite of a huge number of security forces, even though there are huge effort of the government to control the violence, but still the peripheral areas are very much long. So, the violence took place in some parts where there is no security forces.
Well, Lucky, how are the security arrangements for today, and any special arrangements made to prevent any untoward incident?
Till now, Reshma, as per the daily routines, the security forces have been deployed at various peripheral area. And yes, all the security forces can't be deployed in the peripheral area, so they have been stationed at some particular major areas that violence can be erupted. So all the security were there, but we can't expect about violence, because the peripheral areas very much long. Security forces can't control all the peripheral area.
All right, thank you, Lucky, for all those details. Well, viewers, today marks the 1 year of Manipur unrest. And then 1 year on, total peace and normalcy still eludes in the state. On May 3rd last year, long-standing tensions between the Meitei and the Kuki communities in Manipur spiraled into violence, claiming several lives. Meanwhile, vigil has been intensified in the state, with army and paramilitary forces increasing patrolling and area domination to prevent any fresh escalation. As per sources, the MHA is closely monitoring things. Aerial patrols are also being conducted in certain areas, sources informed. It may be mentioned here that today marks 1 year since the unrest broke out in the state of Manipur. And as such, the forces have intensified vigil and are on high alert in order to prevent any further escalation. Well, the Committee for Tribal Unity, or COTU, in Kangpokpi district has called for a complete shutdown in the district today as the Kuki Zo community gears up to observe the Martyrs' Remembrance Day today. Along with the complete shutdown, the COTU is also set to observe 1 year Remembrance Day for the victims who lost their lives in the past 1 year since the violence broke out. And it's not just Kangpokpi. The joint students' body Churachandpur has also called for a total shutdown in Churachandpur district today.